I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really excited to see this many people fascinated with ERISA. I love ERISA. I grew up on ERISA. Like Pamela mentioned, I actually worked through college as ERISA paralegal, and I went to law school because I wanted to be an ERISA disability attorney. I'm an ERISA nerd, but like all good nerds, I also like Star Wars. I'm going to start off today with a little analogy and tell you how Star Wars and ERISA and Social Security are related. How I look at it is ERISA and Social Security are two different planets. They have their own atmosphere, their own gravity, their own alien life. But like in Star Wars, they look the same. They've got some similarities. They're just they look like another sand planet. So from a distance, they look the same. But I'm here today to talk to you about some of the differences, some of the things that you should be aware of, is even though they look like two different sand planets, they may not really be that similar. So you want to be aware of what those differences are and be aware of those traps so that you don't fall into them. Why us? Our firm has been handling these claims since 1999. Star Wars fact, that's when episode 1 came out, Phantom Menace. We file more ERISA disability cases than any other firm in Virginia. You can check Pacer. But we also take cases all over the country. A lot of Social Security attorneys who don't want to do ERISA or who don't want to do the federal court stage, they'll send us their cases and we help them out on that. And we also work with other firms to train them how to understand ERISA, so we do talks like this. And we've also done some one-on-one training with people who have raised their hand and said, I want to do ERISA too, can you show me how? So we do a lot of that. But one of the things that distinguishes us between some other long-term disability claims is we don't really discriminate against small and large claims. We like to look at the case for its merit, and if they have a valid disability and the insurance company has wrongfully denied them, that's a case we want. And a lot of firms who people refer cases to, sometimes they have that bottom line of, if it's not going to bring in this much money for the firm, we're not going to help that person. And so sometimes there are cases where the math doesn't work out, and if we charged an attorney fee, that person wouldn't have enough money to live off of, basically. We don't take every case, but even in those cases where we can't take, we still give them some guidance. We give them a guide on how they can do their own appeal. So we do try to help people, even if it's a case we can't take. So here's an outline of what we're going to go over this morning. If you had 2 takeaways, really I would just want to emphasize getting more money in your client's pocket, because at the end of the day, that's what they're interested in. It starts at intake. What can you do to ask that client what other benefits might they be eligible for? And you'd be surprised at how many people have long-term disability benefits or short-term disability benefits and just don't know about it. So if you ask them to ask their employer, sometimes you discover other benefits that they have and they didn't know about. And it doesn't have to be a client working for some big corporation or someone working for Booz Allen with high salary. Even places like Walmart, Lowe's, offer disability plans for their employees. So a lot of people that you help might also have other benefits that are available. So you want to ask about that so that you can either help them with that claim or refer them to someone who can help them with that claim.